Hello, my name is Kerry-Jean Watson. I've been doing some design team work through Meg's Garden, and I recently did a project for their new collection, Damask Garden, that I really wanted to get customized coloured flowers to match the paper collection. And I hunted around and I couldn't find the right colour flowers for my project. So what I did was I got some of these white gardenias from Meg's Garden, which they're paper and they take colour really nicely. So what I wanted to do today was just show how I went through this process, just so that you know that you can customise your flowers with paints, sprays, glimmer mists. You know, I've got all sorts of stuff that, you know, I can actually customize my flowers with. So I'll just show you some of the examples I've got. So here's one. It's a nice delicate sort of paper flower, and I sprayed this one here with a lilac and a cornflower blue, two different sprays, and then a gold. And you just end up with this really nice sort of shimmered colour, which is really awesome. And it just means that it is a little bit more customised to a page I want to work with, or the fact that I really like the colour of the spray. So what I'm going to show you now is how I came about doing the flowers for the project that I did for Meg's Garden. So for this one I used chipped sapphire and peeled paint re-inkers that I put into a spray bottle, and I'll put the link for where I got these awesome spray bottles from. It's got a little micro trigger, much like the new Prima Colour, I think it's bloom sprays that they've done. So what I did was I've used a ratio of these two colours together, and I've just diluted it into a bottle with some water. And you can play with the ratio however you want to get the right tone that you want. So I'm just going to give this flower a bit of a spray. So it's nice and dark. Now that colour is going to change as it dries as well, so don't freak out if it's a bit dark when it's wet, because when it dries that colour might change. And it's again something that you can play with. So if that is too dark, what you do is you pour out some of what you've got in your bottle and you dilute it, and you sort of go about that way. While that's drying, I'll just quickly show you another example. So this is the same gardenia as I showed you earlier, and I've sprayed this with a crimson glimmer mist from Tattered Angels, and it just comes up this lovely rich dark red, and because there's an iridescent in the actual spray, it's got this lovely sparkle, which I'm not sure you can actually see, but it's a really nice flower. I really like that. I'm going to leave that, just put that one aside. And now this isn't only restricted to using on big flowers, so we've all seen sort of these small little paper roses, and then there's the little paper buds. These I get from Meg's Garden as well, from her site. And I'm just going to shift him over so he dries over that side. So I'm just going to grab a pre-created, or actually it's a bought spray, and I'm just going to spray this little one with this. And now remember that because it's a 3D piece of paper, you need to move it around, or else you're going to end up with, oh, let's find another one. You're going to end up with bits that haven't been coloured, and you'll end up with these white sections, which it doesn't look terribly nice. So that one was done with a cornflower blue. And we'll grab a Did I have a peach? No, we'll grab the Seafoam Heidi Swap, which I need to give a good shake to. Actually, we'll grab the Kaisercraft white flour, and there you go. Now the other thing you can do, this one here has been done with acrylic paint, and I've just diluted it right down, and like with the Heidi Swap one, there's a little agitator ball in there. I've just put a glass bead inside that, so it mixes the paint up. But that's how I've done that one, is it's just red acrylic paint that's been diluted right down and put into a spray bottle and then sprayed. Now it's a little bit dull, as you can see. That's because of the dilution. So if I spray this red flower again, it's going to intensify. And it's going to end up being a little bit more intense red, which is good. So you can layer your colors as well. I'm just going to pop that one aside as well so it dries. Now with the buds, there's two ways you can do the buds. As you can see, I'm spraying onto a piece of kitchen towel, but if you spray onto your craft mat, so you get a bit of beading like that, if you just dip your bud into it, as you can see, it ends up colouring it quite nicely. Let's take that in a little bit closer, hopefully you can see it. So what it does is, because it's dry paper, it just wicks that ink up right into the paper. I'll do it with another one. And just drop it into the inky bit, and there you go. I'll show you that with a... Now you can use the same technique with these rosebuds. You have to move it around a little bit so that it takes up the ink. And there you go. Anyway, I hope that's been of interest to you. If you have any questions, please leave a comment, and also check out Meg's Garden. I'll leave a link in the description. Thanks, bye.